Hello YouTube. This is my final presentation or my final project presentation for the online cart system. I need user registration logins, product management, shopping cart functionalities, checkout process, and order management, as well as class templates for category to handle multiple categories of this and all operate the same way. Um, Different requirements for the project, but we will go over those when I go over my code. Here we have the user CPP that handles all of the user needs, as in constructing a user object and all of the appropriate getters and functions that it needs. Here we have the shopping cart CPP that handles making a shopping cart object, as well as allowing the user to add products, remove products, update any quantities that they need to clear the cart, as well as calculating totals and any display functions that we need. This is the product CPP that handles making a product object, as well as any getters and setters that is required, as well as different functions to handle increasing and decreasing the stock, as well for when you buy or don't buy things, and any display functions we need. Here we have the order CPP that handles making the order objects and handling all of the information and the getters and setters for that, as well as any display functions. Here we have the category template file that handles all the three different types of categories we have, which are consoles, games, and controllers, as well as all of the get functions and the add and remove functions, as well as displaying any products. Here we have the admin CPP that handles creating an admin, making sure he has all of the proper functions to handle any admin duties he needs, as well as managing the orders and displaying any info we need. And now we have the main, which I will run the program and explain what's happening as I run the program. It loads previous orders because I was testing, but we'll register a new user, and we shall just name him Greg, and we'll just enter his name for the email to make it easy. And then it will ask for an email, a password, and then the user is registered, and then now it should be able to log in with Greg's information. And here it says, "Welcome, Greg." It logs the user in and then brings him to the user menu, which is all inside of main, along with the functions needed to display and handle anything in main, which is a lot because I didn't have time to move them to the correct CPP files and separate everything as needed. So for time's sake, I just implemented a lot of things in main that could be implemented differently, but due to time's sake, this is what I ended up with. And I have the different functions to display the menus that are needed, registering users, logging in the users, loading any files, saving any files I may need, initializing the data from the files that are saved. The functions to browse products by either all products or by category. I also have search product by term, as well as viewing the cart and the checkout process. As well as some admin functionalities just for ease of compile sake and time management. But I have also the manage orders as an admin and view the user history. View the user order history, sorry. But so when you log in as a user, it allows you to have all of these different options, and you can browse all products, which will show all of the all the products in the store, no matter what category it's part of. And if we can just type 0 to go back, which will take us back to the main menu, and we can browse by product, and then it will ask us which category we want, or sorry, we want to browse by category. So now it will ask us what category we want to browse. And if we select just consoles, it will show us just consoles. And if we go back, we can browse by category again. And if we browse by games, it will just show us the games. If we search products and we just search by term of Xbox just for testing, it'll show us just the Xbox. Now, to add to cart, we'll just browse all products again just to see all of them, and it will ask us to enter a product number to add to cart, and we'll enter the product number for Xbox, which is 1001. It will ask us what quantity we want to add. We will just add 1. And 1 Xbox has been added to the cart. Now we will see the checkout products, which will allow us to now see our order summary and how much the total price is, as well as each Xbox and how much the total is for both for that. If we confirm the order, it will ask us for shipping information, which I just did abbreviations for states, so you can enter US or any 2 letters. I didn't go through the input validation for every state because that's kind of crazy. But I just did basic 2 letters will suffice for state abbreviation, and then any 5 numbers for the average zip code for shipping. And then for credit card number, I'm not actually going to put a credit card in here, obviously, so we're just going to put the average credit card length, which is 16 numbers, and it will accept that. And your cart is cleared, but the order is placed successfully, and you have an order number. Now, if you try to view order history and status now before closing out the program, it doesn't save completely. So I'm going to just log out so it will save and exit the program, and I will reload the program and log in as Greg. Now we shall be able to view our order history. which if we scroll up, it shows order history or order number. It's being processed and what we bought and how much. And that's all the functions of a user menu. Now I'm going to log out of Greg and I will re-log into the admin to show all of the admin functionalities. We have, ooh, that's weird. Damn, I don't think it logged me out fully. Yeah, I don't think it logged me out fully there. Well, we'll just close down the um, program and reload it and see if that happens again. See, now it logs me in as the admin. So yeah, it didn't fully log us out, and I think that's again due to the same problem I have with saving the orders right away. Is if you don't close out the program, it gets tied up somewhere in my code, and it just hoses up the whole thing. And I'm not exactly sure why, but if you close it down and reload it, it functions fairly well. But now I'll show the admin administrator functionalities. So if we go to add a product, we can enter a product name, which we'll just name it test for right now. And then enter a category it goes to, so we'll add it to controllers. Because I don't have anything in controllers right now. I have consoles, games, and I don't have anything in controllers. So for the test, we will just add it to the controllers. Description, test controller. And the price, we will just set a random $20. Stock quantity, let's just say we have 6 of them. And product added successfully. Now, if we go to update products, it will show all of our products and what category they are. Now, if we enter the product number, which I believe if you enter the number on the left side, it shall select that product in the list and allow you to update any attribute of the product. So if we wanted to say update the price, it will ask us for a new price. Let's just say $30 now, and it will update the product to $30. Now, if we go into delete product and we say we want to remove number 4, well, actually, let's remove number 3 so we can test that the price changed on test. So we can test that the controller price had changed to 30. So let's remove the games. Yes, we want to remove the games. And product has been removed. So if we go back in to update the products, we will see that there is no more game. And if we go back, we can then manage our orders. And here we can see all of the orders that have been placed, along with the customer ID, the order number, and the status, and their total price that they paid. And here we can just change the status of Nope. Let me try that again. We update the status. Yes. Okay, so if we select the number to the left of it, that will select the order that we want. And then from there, you can select the new status. So we will just select 2 for shipped, and order status has been updated to shipped, and it has been updated successfully. Now we will log out of the admin, and we will exit the program, and we'll reload the program. So now this way we can log in to Greg, and we can see if we browse all products, we can see that we only have the Xbox, the PlayStation, and the test controller that we have. And also we can see that the price has been updated to $30. So all of that works. And let me just make sure that that's everything. Let's go back to the main menu, and then we shall see order status and order history and status. And then we shall see it's still processing. Let me log into the admin to make sure I change the right order. Let's manage orders again. It still says processing, but let's try to update the status to shipped. Order has been updated. Now let's check that that's the correct one under Greg. 504. That should be Greg's. So now we will reload the program. Ooh, here it says the status has been updated. So it has to do with my loading of the orders. And it just has the status. Okay. Okay, somewhere along the way, when I'm loading it, I'm changing even though the admin is changing the status, when it goes to reload it, I'm setting the status to processing instead of finding it. Um, has to do here with when I load. So when I am the orders in I'm getting the status and setting the status, but it's for some reason not saving to the order file when I update it from the admin. which and that seems to be the only issue I have found so far in my code. Um, is that the order status doesn't get updated properly from when the admin changes it to when the user loads it up. It's not getting properly set, and it has to do something in this area. Um, but the way you would have to fix that is somewhere in my set statuses. They're not. It's not properly setting it. So I would have to re-go through this and fix somewhere along the way the status isn't getting saved and it's just resetting it back to default, which is processor. Um, but otherwise, my program runs fairly well. That's the only issue I have found is that it just updates it to processing, and I'm not sure where to fix that at this current moment. Um, I'm sure there's something I'm a little off on, but um, thank you for your time, and we will just go through one more time of logging in to Greg and see um, if there's anything I missed explaining. I went over browse all products, browse by categories, searching products, how to view the cart, the checkout products, and the view history and status. Um, all of the user things seem to be working. My only issue currently is that my admin function of updating the status is not working. And that seems to be really the only problem I'm having. Because the rest of it, the add product, I can add a product, I can update all the products, I can delete a product, but managing the orders, yeah, I'm not exactly sure why it won't save the status. I have a theory that it has something to do with the way I'm saving and loading it, because saving and loading is quite an issue for me. But otherwise, you can view the orders and you can see how they're doing. But yeah, changing the status doesn't seem to work quite how I had envisioned. Um, sorry about that, but I did my best. I tried to explain the best I could on everything that I think how it works and how it should work. Um, I hope I explained my thought process, and I hope it was easy to follow. Um, thank you for your time, and Have a good day. Thank you.